Good morning guys. It's Monday the 27th of February and I have just popped round and lo and behold the guys are here fitting this last tile. I will spin you around and let you see. So the guy's up there and he's popping this last tile in, and once that's in, that's these guys on the roof finished. That's it's only taken them a week. You'll hear a lot of noise in the background. That's the electrician putting the holes in the walls for the conduit. So I'll take you a quick walk around and just let you see what's happened between yesterday and today. Thankfully they've not got the radio playing yet because I didn't get a copyright strike on one of my videos, but I got a copyright notification. But luckily it was a Thai radio station, and they allow the music to be played publicly, so it wasn't a problem. So I keep going in through the kitchen here, but it's only because there's scaffolding up at these stairs here and I can't really get in that way. So now I'll explain in a minute. I never came round a few days ago because we had an issue and my girlfriend had to phone the manager, and he never slept that night. I never slept that night because we found a couple of issues that I wasn't happy with. He wasn't happy with them either. The guys have rectified them. They're actually rectifying it. This guy's actually rectifying a lot of it now, but I'll explain that in a little bit. And when I'm talking about it, the problem was with this wall here in the kitchen, but I'll explain this later. Okay, so we now have the outside floor for our little Thai kitchen, which is not so little. So we're going to have a washing machine here, so they've put plumbing and that in for the washing machine. And then in this area here there's going to be a double sink, and we're going to have a gas hob here and a cooker hood. So I will just let you see what the electrician's been up to. So he's got the boxes going in, the walls have all been rattled. Had an issue with that as well. I'll explain that in a little bit. But tomorrow they are starting to render. So they've said to come along tomorrow and watch them rendering, make sure that I'm happy with the rendering. So these are some of the other issues they've been putting right. I'm not going up because this guy's doing a spot of welding up here. It's too busy upstairs, so I'm not going up there either. I've just noticed I have got the radio on. I just hope this is not picked it up because like I say, I got a copyright notification. Now there's two women here and this job must be really tedious because what they're doing is they're actually washing the sand, and this sand's going to be what they use for making the render. But it has to be clean, so they're taking all the little stones out of it, all the impurities, and they're piling it up here so it is just really fine sand, and it makes a really strong concrete. So this is underneath the house. I don't know if you'll be able to see here, but if you see that back wall, you can see all the dark concrete around the blocks, and there's some bits and pieces across there. These were other issues I had, so I'll explain all that shortly, guys. Okay, so that's it for Monday. I'm not away quite yet. I'm going to sit down and explain what the issues were. So I'll speak to you in a second, guys. Cheers. Okay, guys, so a few of the issues that I had. We came round on Saturday night, and that wall that I showed you, if I'd pushed it, it would have just collapsed. It was terrible. Now, there was gaps along the top of the wall, so when they built the wall, they never actually completed it. They never concreted in between the beams and the wall to support the wall. Before I go any further, I will say it's all been rectified and the wall's actually very strong now. But the biggest issue with the wall was the electrician had raggled the walls to put his conduit in. Now, raggling walls is a very British term, and it's a thing that electricians do, and they used to do it years ago. They're not allowed to do it anymore. Building regulations don't allow it. I think you have to get planning permission to do it now. But what it is you're basically chiseling a channel in the wall to fit electrical cables or conduit for electrical cables, and then once you've put them in, you then plaster over the top. Well, in the UK you plaster here the concrete over the top. Now he's put 3 channels down that wall. Now these bricks are only 7.5 centimetres thick, and he basically went sort of 3/4 of the way into them to put the conduit. Now to me that just is ludicrous, because you've got basically that wall cut into 3 different parts now. I will emphasise it has been fixed. They have concreted it all up and strengthened it all again, so I don't have an issue with it anymore. But I couldn't come round on Sunday, which was yesterday. I had to send my girlfriend round in the morning to speak to the manager and show him all the issues. Now, some of the other issues were, when they started doing the brickwork underneath the living room, I noticed that if you went under the living room and looked through, you could see daylight through in between all the bricks. And they were basically putting this mortar on like it was butter. You know what I mean? They were spreading it on, and it was really, really thin. So I said at the time about it, and he told the guys to make sure that they were putting enough mortar in between the bricks to not leave any gaps, and I was quite happy with that. And then it just went back to normal. They were putting these bricks up, and you could see through. As I went round the house there, I showed you like lots of areas where you could see the dark new mortar in between the bricks. And what they've done is they've actually gone round and done all that. So I'm quite happy with that now. It's strengthened it all. When you bang the walls anymore, you don't get any rattling or anything. It's all pretty much solid. So I'm a little bit happier. But like I said, I couldn't come round yesterday because I was absolutely raging and I didn't want to get involved. So I sent on round, and she spoke to the manager. He agreed with her on every point, and he's fixed it all. And he says, look, if we've got any other problems like that, he says, bring them up right away, he says, and we'll get it sorted, nipped in the bud right away. So I feel a little bit more confident now. So anyway, yeah, they're going to start rendering tomorrow. They want me to come round and watch them rendering to make sure I'm happy with the rendering. I'm sure I will be. He's assured me that there's going to be 2 centimetres on the inside and 3 centimetres on the outside. As long as that's how it goes on, I will be more than happy. But we will see when it happens. But then again, we're coming round. If I'm not happy, I can tell them there and then, and they'll put it on thicker. I think they've got to put it on maybe a couple of coats to build it up to that thickness and give it the strength it needs as well. So that's pretty much it for today, guys. I'm a little bit happier now. I spoke to the manager this morning, and he pointed out a load of things. that have been fixed or are in the middle of being fixed. They're also cleaning the work site up as well. It was starting to get, it was a real mess. So he's had a word with them about that as well. So they've been round and they've scraped a lot of stuff away. A lot of the broken bricks and broken tiles and that have all gone. So they've cleared up they've cleared up quite substantially. So I will speak to you shortly, guys. I will be back round tomorrow. Now, I'm going to make an apology here before I actually carry on, because it has been pointed out to me that I've said this on a number of occasions. I'll be back round tomorrow and I will let you see what's happening. I really should cut them off the end of the videos that I'm saying that on, because I do come round, but for the past week there's been nothing happening. So I've been saying I'll be back round tomorrow and let you see what's happening, and I've not been able to do it because they've not been here. So if I say it again, I apologise. I never say it and it's still in, it's because I've put it in a stupid place where I can't cut it out. Okay, so once again, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll speak to you very shortly. Hi guys. Okay, it's Tuesday evening, the 28th of February. And they were supposed to start rendering this morning, but they had issues with the concrete delivery. And they still really hadn't finished a lot of around the windows and that. They sort of put concrete up, square everything off to get ready for rendering it, and they hadn't really finished it, so we didn't really expect them to start the rendering today. So I will spin you around and let you see what's happened, but you'll be able to see behind me there, we've just had a concrete delivery and there's more to come, which is kind of surprising because there's a heck of a lot of here. How many? What, 200 or 300 altogether? So I think there's 200 or 300 bags altogether. You'll see there's two different concretes. There's a white one there. I'll spin you around with something. So there's two different concretes. I think this one in the white bags is the one that's really, really hard concrete, and I think this is the one they used for the mortar for joining the bricks, but I believe that they use this one for putting the first coat on. So there's going to be 3 centimetres on the outside and 2 centimetres I believe on the inside. So they are digging down round the edge of the house so that they can get right down. Obviously they've got to clean this edge up and that first. They've put blocks, little blocks on the, I don't know if you can see that, but basically they're guides for when they do the rendering for the depth, and so they can get it square and level. So they've just left. They've been pretty hard at it all day, and it's looking good. The electrician has been hard at work all day as well, and you'll see all his conduit is in. This is like the outside area. I've no idea what these two bits are for. They're certainly not light switches, I don't think. It's possible for a couple of outside lights, a couple of spotlights maybe on the columns here, I don't know. But you'll see the conduit all up in here. This is going to be split off because there's going to be four down lights here. This bit going along here, all these boxes are in. Kitchen. All in. Now the other thing they're doing, you might be able to see it, is they are meshing every joint, and the corners of all the windows are meshed, and that's to help this undercoat concrete stick, and it also prevents any cracking. That is one heck of a sunset, by the way. We came down and it looked like it was foggy. My girlfriend said it was smoke. Doesn't smell like smoke, but it goes all the way up and down the river. I thought it was like a mist, a haze coming off the river, but I think we've come to the conclusion it's been really windy, and we think it's just dust that's blowing up into the air. It's actually starting to settle now, but if you have a look up there, you'll see that it's, normally you can see the mountains up in Lower way in the distance there, but I mean you can't even see the river, and that's only like about 200 yards up the road. So it's kind of like what's over Bangkok pretty much all the time, but it'll clear, it's just dust. So got our boxes in for the air conditioning unit, all the boxes in for the lighting, all the boxes for the switches. A load across here for TV and accessories. And you'll see here what I mean about the build up, this edge. It all cracks. It's only to give them like an edge to work to. So when they're actually putting in the floor in and the walls, they've got a straight edge for the depth for the floor and the walls. And you'll see around all the posts have all got it as well. So basically they fill out the posts even to square them off. So we've got all this mesh around everything. It goes over all the channels they've dug where all the cables, conduit's gone. Covers all the joins. So all the conduits up in the bedrooms, for the sockets, for the lighting. Now we're doing something that is totally against British regulations here, but we've both got electric toothbrushes, so we're having an electrical point here in the bathroom, at the opposite end of the bathroom for the shower, for charging our toothbrushes and my razors and that. So yeah, all the conduits in, obviously that's where the shower's going to go there. Same again in this bedroom, all the conduits up. Air conditioning, I'm not saying anything, I'm not bothered. In fact, the air conditioning unit's probably better there, but it was supposed to be there. But anyway, it doesn't really matter, it's probably better there. Although it would have been easier for them there, because if they put it here, they're now going to have to run the air conditioning unit pipes. Well, I've no idea where they're going to run the air conditioning unit pipes, because the air conditioning units, if they'd done it on that wall, they could have just ran the air conditioning pipes down that wall to the bottom. But hey ho, they've done it now, I'm sure they'll have to work it out. So sockets there. This is going to be a four plug socket. Now in Thailand the sockets are absolutely ridiculous, but I've sourced my own Chang ones, which allow you to put the plugs in vertically as opposed to sideways. And the sideways plugs, if you've got the plugs like on cookers or oven, sort of like hobs and microwaves and that, the cable comes out and then you have to put the plug in sideways, and the cable comes across the other socket and you just can't use it, so you're limited to the one really, which is pretty stupid. So I ordered them off Lazada, so we've got them, so they all go on, so the cables when they come out actually go down the way rather than across the plug. So that's it for today, guys. I believe, I know I said this yesterday, but they keep telling me things, and the things they keep telling me I keep telling you, and then I should have learnt by now. They don't come to fruition the day that they're going to. So this morning they were supposed to start the rendering. They've said that tomorrow they'll be rendering. Now they've got their concrete delivery. So we will see what happens. We've just had another massive sand delivery, and that was a big that was a whole pile. You see half of it's gone. Now there's two girls, and what they're doing is they're washing this. They're sifting it and washing it to get all the stones and all the impurities out of it for making the render. I don't know how they do it. They've been at it for, well, 2 days now. So yeah, that's it for today, guys. I will see you again tomorrow, and hopefully they've started rendering. I'm not going to say they're starting tomorrow, but hopefully they will. So I will speak to you shortly, guys. Cheers for now. Morning, guys. Okay, so I've just come round to see what's happening. We need to nip into tapping on this morning, and it's only about 9:30 in the morning, and I had absolutely no idea that this is what had happened. So they've started rendering. We were told yesterday that there would only be 2 or 3 people here today because they were all going somewhere else. But there's hundreds of them here, and I did not expect this today. So they're in this back bedroom. There's about 3 or 4 of them in there. There's about 5 or 6 down here. There's a couple outside making concrete. There's someone transporting it back and forward. There's people transporting it here. So yeah, a bit of a surprise this morning. Did not expect this. So I will be back later, guys. Cheers for now. Good afternoon. Okay, so it's just after 2 o'clock. We've just been into Tapping On to do some shopping, and we've popped back and they have finished 2 walls in the living room, and I have to say the way they've cut these sockets and everything in is outstanding. The finish on the walls is incredible. I will just spin you around and let you see in a second. They've only done 2 walls. They're upstairs doing the 2 bedrooms at the minute, but this is the result. These walls, how they do this, I have no idea. They are perfectly smooth. The sockets have been cut in absolutely perfectly. Now, I hate to say this, but I have been watching other people's builds, and I've seen people's sockets, and I have to say that some of them have been, dare I say, as rough as a badger's arse. These are absolutely perfect. These walls are outstanding. So I'm not going to take you upstairs because they're working in the 2 bedrooms at the minute. This bedroom wasn't supposed to be getting done today. It was only supposed to be the living room and the back bedroom. But they're working on both bedrooms at the minute, so it looks like both bedrooms are going to be finished today. So that's me for today. I will pop back round maybe later and let you see the finished results of the 2 bedrooms. So I'll talk to you later, guys. Good morning, guys. It's Friday the 3rd of March, and it's about 10 o'clock, 10:30 in the morning. Now, the walls in the living room have mostly been rendered. The walls in the 2 bedrooms have mostly been rendered. They've moved outside at the minute. I'll take you a little walk round the side. I need to walk across the other side of my neighbour's field so you can see what's happening. But they're going to put the roof up for the kitchen, the outside Thai kitchen, so they need that wall rendered first before they can put the roof up. So it's all hands on the outside wall at the minute, on the left hand side of the house where the Thai kitchen's going to go. So I'll take you a little wander around. I am going to do some drone footage of the roof. I've been going to do it for the past few days, but it's been really windy, so I've just not bothered putting the drone up. I've had the drone up before in the wind and tried to just like have it sitting there. They are good drones, they are stable, but if you've got too much wind, they do tend to move about a bit, and the gimbal copes with it, but not 100%. So I will spin you around and let you see what's happening, guys. Okay, so they are, as you can see, moving the scaffolding round this side. I think pretty much all the scaffolding on site's now in this area. So I'm going to take a little wander away. So you're not going to see the house for a minute. You will see a bit of tree. Weather's fantastic just now, it really is. So I need to walk away here. Round the other side of my neighbour's cabbage field. These are massive cabbages, by the way. This is about his third crop in about the past 2 months. Okay, so they tend not to strip the scaffolding down when they're moving it, and there's been a bit of shouting going on here. They need to build the floor up level. They just build it up with little bits of bricks. It would not be me going up the scaffolding, I'll tell you that right now. So I'm going to take a little wander down the side of my neighbour's field, just so you can get an idea of what wall they're doing here. So unfortunately I can't really get any closer than this because, well, I suppose I can wander up the field a little bit here. I think I can get up between some of these cabbages. Yeah, here's a wee path here. So yeah, you can see they're rendering this wall, smoothing it off, and that's pretty much because they want to get a roof out just above that door there, so that they can get the rest of the walls and that built for this little outside Thai kitchen. So yeah, it's coming on pretty good. I'm going to go inside, take you a little wander around while they're all outside. They've got their radio playing again. I'm going to have to ask them to switch it off because I don't want another copyright notification. So as soon as I start filming, they start making noise. The guys in the kitchen here trimming down the posts and that, so that they can start rendering the kitchen. But I will take a little wander up into the living room here and let you see. So they've put a little design here on the wall at the stairs. They have also bricked up this area here. They did that yesterday. This wall's been rendered. The fronts of the posts have been rendered as well. I don't want to hang about in this bedroom too long because this is they're working just on the outside of this. So this is drying quite nicely as well. No electrician today. He's got all his conduit in. You can see the larger pipe there for the mains cables coming in. They've rendered the brick bit of this wall. Top bit's not been done yet. But this is just like a base coat to build it up. You'll see the little plugs sticking out. So the front bedroom. Looking good, drying nicely. The posts have all been squared off in this room, so And this is my view from my morning coffee seat on the bedroom balcony. And the sun rises right about there. So I'm looking forward to sitting here having a coffee watching the sunrise. So I will come back later, guys, and let you see the finished wall on the outside after it's been rendered. I'm not going through every wall being rendered. I'll take a wander around once it's complete, which is probably going to be about another week yet. So you'll see our concrete mountain's taking a bit of a hit. I would say, well, 50% of the white bags have gone, and probably 33% of the grey bags have gone. So they're getting through this stuff, and I believe we're getting another delivery. Yeah, just for those that watched the previous video when I was talking about tomato plants and our bamboo. This is our little tomato plantation here. Now the ones at the back that are in the sun all day don't seem to be growing as well. Whereas the ones at the sort of front edge here are growing really well, but these are pretty much in the shade all day. And I think it's because the ground stays damp. These ones at the back here dry out pretty quickly. This is the pond at the back, and it's looking pretty empty at the minute. This normally comes right up to this area here. In fact, when we started building the house, the water was right up to here, and it recedes away from this little bit, so it leaves really good soil here. This, before next rainy season, will be completely pumped dry. Maybe just over 2 months, maybe 3 months now without rain, and that's it gone. There's a pond at the other side of the little road way along there, and that's long dried up. That's been pumped completely dry. Hi guys. Okay, it's Friday the 3rd still. It's evening. The guys have finished and I've just seen them leaving as I was driving round. Now I was round earlier with On, and On said to me, she says, I'm going to go away and get them some Red Bulls and some Thai desserts. So off she pops, and then she phoned me and she says, can you count them, see how many there is? So I started counting them, and I counted about 9 or 10, and the guy that was doing the side of the house saw me counting, and he went, hang on, he counted, and he came back and he went, there's Sip Hog. And I was like, that's 16. I thought, there's no way there's 16 people. So anyway, I phoned On, I says, look, there's 16, so she brought enough stuff for 16 of them. And lo and behold, I'll just turn you around and let you see where the other people were, because I had no idea they were doing this. But they've rendered this back wall of the house, along with the wall that I was talking about earlier that needed rendered so they can get this roof up. So this one's done as well, and they've cut this sort of edging in, which looks quite nice. The windows upstairs are all done as well, so they've gone round obviously the bedrooms are all done, so they've finished off the windows as well, so they're pretty much ready for the windows upstairs to get fitted. And I have to say, it's looking very good. They've done an absolutely great job. So that being said, I will be back again tomorrow night, see if there's been any further progress, and if there has, I will make a quick video, let you see where we're up to, and I will pop a video out maybe Sunday. So thank you for watching, guys. I really do appreciate it. If you wouldn't mind subscribing, give me a wee thumbs up. So that's it for Friday, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you soon. You'll see from this little bit drone footage that the roof is now complete. We need some rain to give it a little bit wash. It's a bit dusty. You will also see that the main living room wall's been rendered, along with the rear wall of the kitchen and the side wall of the kitchen, which is to allow for the roof to get put up for the Thai kitchen. So thank you so much for watching, guys. I will see you next week. Cheers for now. Take care.